across the country right now, there's a movement promoting the idea that Israel is an apartheid state committing genocide against the Palestinians. So having been to Israel, how do you feel about that movement? As an African, as a Sudanese, how do you feel about the use of the term apartheid and genocide?
It is nonsense. It is nonsense. Israel is not an apartheid state. And I said it because I was in Israel myself. I said it because we have Sudanese today in Israel. They run away from being slaughtered by the government of Sudan. They run to Egypt to seek shelter and safety there. And Egyptians turn on them and kill them before the eyes of the world, in front of the United Nations offices in Cairo. Sudanese, in the end, they couldn't find safety in Cairo, and they walked across the desert. Even some of them was killed by the Egyptian security on the way. When they arrived in Israel, the first thing they came in their mouths, thank God, we made it. So for anybody who said that Israel is an apartheid state, let's go to Sudan. If Israel is an apartheid state, what about Sudan then? For God's sake, for the sake of the argument, if Israel is an apartheid state, what makes Iran? If Israel is an apartheid state, what about Saudi Arabia, where women don't have freedoms? In which in Israel everybody have freedom, including those who call Israel as an enemy state. If Israel in apartheid state, what about Egypt when it comes to Egyptian Coptics in that part of the world? That to have a church in Cairo, you have to put a guard so that your church will survive. In Israel, I saw mosques in Tel Aviv, I saw mosques in Jerusalem, and I saw churches. Tell me one of those places in Saudis, in Iran. And why we have them being, you have to have a God in Egypt, knowing that Christianity was there before anybody. And you're calling Israel as an apartheid state. Compared to what I said, Israel is not an apartheid state. We should not always carry it out because the UN always knows one thing, and that one thing is to condemn Israel, and Israel always defending itself when it being under attack. People coming into their houses in Israel to blow themselves up. And if the Israeli took action to protect their kids, the UN will condemn them. Now we are follow the UN. Let's wake up and smell the coffee and find who is an apartheid state in the world. And Sudan is the first.
Okay, well thank you very much.